It's not in the invite at all.
What? The original one said just come around to my house, which is ages ago.
Come around to my house and get naked with king-size cocks.
Come around to my house, 7 couples in Cohen, and fucking we'll all get naked. That's what
that is the lineup. But no,
yeah.
7 couples and me.
But
that sounds like a porno.
The porno version of 2 guys, a girl, in a pizza place or something. Like, no, you made that up.
It's like 101 Dalmatians, but cocks and.
Boss time! Boss time! At last, it's season 2!
Off.
Oh, good morning, good afternoon, and also good evening. Welcome to It's Boss Time, Southern Barcelona's favourite artisanal chili review podcast. I am a man, and I'm with 2 other men, and we are here to spread our manly seed.
Southern Barcelona. Big rap for the Boss Time, is it?
That's our main market.
Oh, is it really?
Mm.
Didn't know that.
And we've had many complaints lately that we just haven't reviewed a single chili.
Okay.
Which is fair. Not one bowl of chili has been reviewed by us. But you know what? It's weird to tune into a podcast and just hear dudes slurping and saying, oh, yeah, pretty good. We can't even show you the chili. We could describe it in detail, but that might just make you hungry. I don't know how many culinary podcasts there are.
Yeah, that wouldn't translate.
I don't think it would, and that's why we actually have turned to wrestling, basically.
I was just thinking, does Rico Constantino fan chat translate from English to Spanish as chili? Or is there some kind of lost in translation there, or is this just something? Did I sign up for a podcast that I had no idea what it was about? So maybe I look like an idiot because I come in talking about wrestling, and they're like, "Where the fuck is the chili?"
Yeah,
bring us the fucking chili.
That is an issue in Spanish. Rico Constantino does mean
we eat chilies,
hot bean.
We eat
soup.
chilies and talk about cocks.
What? I mean, we do talk about cocks, but
you want to go chili and hot cocks? We got them.
I would say we talk about cocks more than we talk about wrestling sometimes.
Most of the
That's fair. That's fair.
So, according to Google Translate, fan chat in Spanish is chat de fans.
Chat de fans.
Chat de fans, Rico Constantino. So, I don't think so, Murphs, but we probably should review some chili.
But anyway, let's move on. I do need to say that because of our current plan on our podcast hosting service, I think we only have 30-odd minutes for this podcast, 36 minutes
so we better
maybe,
go.
so we can't fill this with too much shit. Let's get going. Let's get moving. What are the headlines this week, boys?
Big E's the new WWE champion. Come right out of the gate with it.
Champion! Yes, Big E is the champ, and I think no one is upset, which is great.
Except Cobra. I know Cobra hated this because his boy got done dirty, but he didn't really at the same time, though.
I'm upset because obviously I had to be upset whenever the title was stripped from Bobby's beautiful chiseled waist.
It's very chiseled.
But I can't, and it was weird that it was on Raw after such a reign. But
and Big E announced it on Twitter. He said, "I'm cashing in tonight. Tune in. It's happening." He just told the world, which I kind of like.
But also during the show as well, he was teasing it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And
he was teasing it for ages.
I liked how cooked Bobby was, and how even though after his match with Randall was done, he still kicked some dick.
Yep.
And then the only reason I guess he didn't really have a choice. He had to accept Big E's challenge, but Big E slapped him and was like, excuse me? Excuse me? Turned around. He was just sweating enough to drown Kenya. And he kicked out of one big ending, right? he looked strong in that, even though he
Well,
lost
I think,
the
yeah,
belt.
if you're going to take it off him, that's as good a way as you're going to do it, because really, who else would everyone get behind that much outside of Big E to beat him? So, and he had to go through hell. Like, he went through a good match with Orton, and yeah, I thought it was really, really good. And then obviously when the boys come in, Woods and Kofi, like, they have that moment, which is cool. So good for Big E, man. I loved it. I thought it was great.
It's very good, and now I am pumped to see old Willie just decimate Bobby Lashley in Saudi. I'm excited.
And you
for
know
that.
do you think that has anything to do with the decision to take the title off him so Bill can beat him in a non-title match?
Bill can beat him in a non-title match. Bobby can just eat the pin from the wrestling god while he's beltless and fighting his way back up. He can have a couple of losses now, and then he'll rise to the top of the mountain again.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't get lost like some of them do, though. Like, I hope they do continue to sort of give him some good shit to have, because he deserves it. Bobby's been one of the MVPs, funnily enough.
Yeah, he might just hang around kind of like Drew. Like, we know Drew's going to be eventually back in the title picture.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll have another feud with Bobby. Maybe they'll feud over another title. Maybe Drew
we don't need that shit.
will pick up
Like, let's
a
leave
belt.
it. Let's leave
and
it
then
there.
they can have another 16 matches.
Can you imagine if they did that and then they have 16 matches for the US title or something?
Fuck yeah. That's great. Like, I remember the best of 7 series from, old school WCW and WWE for the US title. Like, that was great. And I always thought to myself, this is missing 9 more matches.
Yeah.
Like, I really
Another
want...
9.
It's like 9 more.
Then there was
would be
Sheamus
perfect.
and Drew, right? Was it Sheamus and Drew? Or was it someone else? Sheamus and Cesaro.
Sheamus and
Before they
Cesaro
tagged
had the
together.
best of 7.
Yeah.
And that was they had some great matches, but again,
Yeah, that wasn't half bad.
Yeah.
was-
Speaking of
went on for a while.
McIntyre, I was watching the top 10 before this, and
Mhm.
Drew McIntyre had the exact same highlight as he did in the last top 10 last week. It's him
this
counting
is-
to 3, 2, 1 and him claymoring someone. Usually
It's-
Sheamus.
It's just copy and paste like our podcast was last week. It was just fucking copy and paste, man.
Yeah.
And that's what Raw's been forever. Like, it's not
But
even
that Raw was
worth...
pretty good, right? That was good.
It was. It wasn't too
Was
bad.
just
And
the-
Jeff went from chasing the 24/7 title to a shot at the US, so they obviously listen.
And botching
The
Priest's
finish of
finisher.
that match was a bit of a botch, yeah.
Yeah, what was
Should have
going
been
on
really
there?
He's done the twist of fate for 20 years, and he knows how everyone should sell something like that, and he fucks it up.
Yeah.
Do you think Jeff's like so checked out that he just doesn't even give a shit now? He just wants to get out and
Maybe.
he's done.
Maybe.
He's got all those unpaid DUIs in his mind. His head's elsewhere when he's in the ring, let's be honest.
His head is... But, like, like just a bare minimum so he can get paid by Vince, pay off those unpaid DUIs, and, just go back to jumping over flaming hills on his motocross.
When he was asked about the 24/7 title feature, I guess he was like, look, I'm just happy doing my job. Every match could be my last because I'm so broken. No pun intended.
Yeah.
So
I don't think I just think he's the kind of guy who just has absolutely nothing to prove to anyone. He doesn't have to do anything else, and he's still going to be a legend. So whatever, man. Like, as long as he's happy, it doesn't really matter, does it? Like, what he's doing.
No.
But it would be cool to see him in better stuff because he's great.
he'll end up in AEW doing some really dumb gimmick with his brother
Yeah.
that everyone just agrees is good, even though it's not.
Hef Jardy is all elite.
I think he might have his name because he did in every other promotion.
Hef Jardy. Isn't his name is actually Jeff Hardy, right? They are actually.
Correct.
Yeah.
They are. That's
Yeah.
their real names. Yes.
Okay. So you can't copyright their fucking name. New NXT
tried.
looks fun. Like, it looks, the
Yeah.
aesthetic is very fun.
Yep.
It's very bright.
It is.
Doesn't look like a third brand anymore. They have succeeded in making it look like developmental brand again.
Yeah,
It's-
it does remind
yeah.
me of FCW a bit.
Yep.
But it also, the audience also reminds, like, the reflection of the lights on the audience for some reason reminds me of the audience in the stands at a swimming event. I don't know why. But
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah, I can
that's
see
the
that.
vibe I get.
Because of it's almost like a tin shed. They're almost in a shed, aren't they? Is what it looks like. So yeah, I can definitely see that. But they've already they've got newer, younger talent already being sort of in those prominent spots. Like
half those matches, spot on.
Rick Steiner's son was
Rex Steiner is called. It sounds
Bron
like
Breaker.
Bron Breaker.
Bron Breaker.
Why he's not Rex Steiner, which is a great name. I don't know. I think it's because they can't use it. Like they can't copyright Rex Steiner.
But Bron Breaker's not even like an ode to anything, is it? Like it's just like a name generator. Like what was his name? Von Wagner, the dude who got put in the main event. Like who the fuck is that guy?
Who? Yeah, what? Also, what's that tag team of those two 7-year-old dudes?
Yeah.
That was
7 going on 48. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Like, and they've got like generic black tights, but like it was kind of cool, but he's trying to get fired up.
That made it look really indie wrestling because they looked very young.
When I initially saw him, I was like, oh, are these guys the jobbers? Because they're jobber tights, what they were wearing.
Exactly.
But they were the ones, kicking ass. But I didn't mind the new direction because it's so clearly like, okay, there's a huge shift. It's going to be all young guys you've never heard of. It's legitimately developmental now. This is what it is. So, Ciampa's there obviously as the new champion just to replace Joe as the transitional guy, which I think Joe was going to be.
Yeah. Yep.
And so they've literally just subbed out Joe for Ciampa to do exactly the same
Mandy
thing they were
Rose?
going to do.
How do we feel about Brunette Mandy Rose?
I think she looks better.
I feel like her attire makes her look a tiny bit shorter.
With the shorts, yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I'm just like, who is that running to the ring? And obviously
Different
because
vibes.
she didn't have blonde hair, I didn't recognize her immediately. But then I'm like, Mandy Rose, I thought she was a lot taller. I don't know.
I think she looks better.
Nah, she's short. Sure. I miss the Sexy Muscle Friends.
Yeah,
I think
as we all do.
Wasted potential there.
That was missed money
because they didn't use the name. They should have stuck to their guns with that one.
Yeah, I agree. The wedding was hilarious.
She looks great.
Yeah, the wedding was so good.
Very funny. The whole he showed the little hatchet when they said,
that was so
"Can I
good."
speak now? Forever hold you dead." And he just showed the hatchet.
That's Dexter Lumis actually very underrated comedic relief.
Absolutely.
Spoke for the first time, when he said, "I do."
Yeah, and that was cool. Like how everyone popped, and I thought they built that like really well, and that's old school WWE shit, isn't it? Like the wedding and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, everyone's saying, of course, the first time Vince is hands on with NXT, there's a wedding.
Yeah. And I love how he choked out the celebrant.
The celebrant always dies. Always Kane tombstones him, like all this sort of. And I loved Dexter Loomis's vows. He just puts up a thumbs up.
Just a thumb. Yeah. I love that.
Take notes, Trini.
I think you should do that, yeah. You should definitely do that, Trini.
Now, Adrian, tell us what you love about your fiancée. Thumbs up.
And then choke out the celebrant.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Thumbs up slowly turns into a thumbs down. Powerbomb the celebrant.
Yeah, I love it. But it was good. It's a good feel.
Yeah, and I love the subtlety of, Gargano and Austin Theory dressing like Dexter Lumis.
That was so good, man. As the groomsmen, they were decked out in the gloves and shit. It was really, really good. Yeah. It was very well done.
And the audience went nuts when he said "I do." So that was done really, really well.
That's what the whole thing was building towards once they went down that route with him, because he's a hard guy to book. Dexter Lumis, like someone who doesn't talk and sort of stalks people. And so to turn it into a comedy thing, I think was very smart, because he'll be a massive babyface now. So
brilliant.
Good for him.
And that's organic, which is great.
Yeah.
All right, Murphs, you flag planting Mark, son of a bitch. Run us over AEW highlights.
Well, we got the first real confirmation that Bryan Danielson is going up against Kenny, which I think is going to be a lot of fun, but it's not for the title, because Bryan said right now it's not about the title, it's about who's best, and he realizes that he has to earn his championship match and go up the rankings. So he said, look, I just want to fight you. I don't give a shit about the title right now. I'll take that from you eventually. Hey, let's do this. And I don't know
What's
if they're
this
going to do
Murph's voice that you've got on right now? You got
What do
your
you mean?
YouTube voice on. It's
all
not
right.
about the
Have I?
title right now.
Oh.
Let's do this.
Yeah, I don't know. Just going. It's Danielson. He gets me excited.
Yeah, I can tell.
Him and his
It's in the
cock.
zone.
So
There we
I-
go.
Even his king size cock.
nobody's going to understand the king size cock stuff. I think it's good that it's not for the belt straight away. It's a different way to go
Yeah,
about
for
it.
sure.
But saying it's not about the belt, it's about who's best. That's kind of a paradox, isn't it?
It does
Because
defeat
how
the
you
purpose.
work out who's best is who has the belt. Like,
Yeah,
Mm.
it's
Oh,
a
maybe.
way of Brian beating Omega without him losing the belt. I guess it's
Yeah.
kind of a Goldberg Bobby
It
Lashley
is that,
situation.
but also, do you want your champion to lose before he loses for the belt to him later? Maybe
Well-
Hangman will win the belt before Brian.
Yeah, but it also could be a way for Omega to cheat to beat Brian as well on his debut. Like that'd be an interesting way to debut. To
Oh
lose.
yeah, maybe
So-
yeah. CM Punk won his debut. Brian
Could
can
be
lose
cool.
it.
Yeah, and Brian gets sort of put in his place a little bit, and then he fights his way up the rankings. That could be cool. I didn't even think about that. So
All I saw was that Cody's back, and the crowd was kind of.
the crowd didn't fucking care, man. I swear to God, he's going backwards.
yeah,
Like,
I heard a
people
pop
don't
when
care.
the main camera went onto him. I saw him in the background when Black was doing that angle with Rosario Dawson, like coming down with the spotlight, and the audience didn't really get it. And then the camera flashed to Cody, and then there was more of a pop, but it was a lagged
Yeah.
pop.
I wasn't necessarily
So-
pop. I was just like, yeah.
Yeah, it was sort of like, oh, really, fucking Cody again.
I hate him
'Cause-
wearing really like poppy coloured suits, like bright red or like just crisp white and all that sort of shit. Fuck off, bitch! Like
All the comments
great.
were like, please don't have him beat Malachi Black. Like he doesn't
feel
need
like-
to
Wouldn't
lose
that
and
be a
then
momentum killer?
please. Yeah.
That would just kill
Cody doesn't
Black
need to get his
momentum.
win after he loses. Will he ever just let someone beat him and that be it?
I hope
can't-
so.
He needs to not beat Malachi.
now I
Yeah,
realise
Matt
why they had three huge debuts at the last pay per view. They had to offset the absolute car crash horror of Cody Rhodes coming back. So totally get it now.
And they've got to get him established so Cody can beat him too. So it's all for him, I think.
So next
The whole
week,
thing.
Cody Rhodes obviously going over Ruby Soho.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll give her a crossroads in the middle of the ring. Boom, 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 done. Brandy will come down and pin her with her foot, with her holding her baby, all for the fucking reality show or whatever they've got.
Cody becomes number one contender to Britt Baker.
Yeah. But
Anything else
Grand
happening
Slam's
in
going
AEW?
to be Grand Slam's going to be massive. They've got like a 6-man tag. Adam Cole made his in-ring debut on Dynamite. It was a good TV match with Kazarian, but other than that, it was just sort of story progression stuff. CM Punk versus Hobbs on the Grand Slam show, so he's going to wrestle on TV for the first time in 7 years, so that'll be fun in Arthur Ashe because they're doing Rampage and Dynamite in Arthur Ashe. I think they'll probably film them both on one night, maybe.
Okay.
So that'll be fun, and Rampage is going to be 2 hours, and Dynamite's going to be 2 hours as well. So that'll be all fun. And AEW is just fun, but yeah, that's really it was just story progression stuff for my AEW flag planting report.
Cole's entrance even got a nice big pop. People are just happy that he's there.
Yeah, I think they're just happy for him in general.
Yeah. And he looked really happy coming out. He still gets to do his Bebe thing. Like, it's pretty much the same dude, which is cool.
Yeah,
It is,
that is
yeah.
good.
Yeah, he hasn't changed. He doesn't need to. He's super over as he is, so
Yeah.
there's no need to.
That's right. It's just like he was called up to the main roster, but the main roster was AEW, not WWE, which I think
that's right.
works better for pretty much everyone who's on NXT.
Fucking hell. Can you imagine him going to Raw? Like, what the fuck would he do on Raw, really? Like, he's going to
Be
get...
Keith Lee's manager, obviously.
Well, he said himself that wasn't true.
Yeah,
Or that he never
I
heard
did read
anything
that
about
during the
that.
week.
But
Oh, right. Okay.
you
you really
he's a nice
enjoyed-
guy. He could be just covering for him too. I don't know.
You said SmackDown was great.
Yeah, man.
I caught the highlights, but
Yeah, the Madison Square Garden crowd was crazy. And
yep.
there was more reports backstage that apparently the roster was super positive after it too, because they thought, we're on the right track here.
Yep.
But it was just awesome. Like Edge and Rollins was great.
Mm.
And Rollins like doing the curb stomp and Edge dying pretty much was. I love shit like that.
Oh no,
though.
his neck.
Yeah. Like he pretty much killed him in the middle of the ring, and then he sort of snaps back to reality. He's like, "Oh fuck, what have I done?"
Oh, there goes gravity.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Mum spaghetti.
Mum spaghetti.
Who was the fucking dude that Zayn bought out? The dude from the Atlanta Hawks? I've never heard of that guy.
Trae
I don't
Young.
watch basketball. Yeah, what's the deal there?
He's the best player for the Atlanta Hawks.
Okay.
And I think now that more mainstream sports stars are getting involved with WWE and AEW, I think more of them just want to go, fuck yeah, I've always wanted to try wrestling or be in that sort of other medium of entertainment. So,
But did he once play for the Knicks? Because people fucking hated that guy. Did he play for the Knicks at any point? Or like,
no.
I don't know.
It's just he doesn't play for the Knicks, so that's probably why.
So that's
they're winning.
oh, shit. Okay. I thought maybe he got traded from the Knicks because that would be fucking ballsy to go out there,
Yeah.
in front of that crowd. But
Trae Young,
He's
he's
just from a
really
different
talented
place.
basketballer, but he's he's young and cocky, so I can see
I
why
like
people
it.
might. Yeah,
I like it. If it gets that reaction out of the crowd, it's fucking worth it.
yeah, it's money.
What about Hillbilly Lesnar? He's keeping it. He's keeping the.
Fuck yes. Long-term booking, everyone.
It's the best.
Oh, it gets me excited.
He's yoked too, man. He's out of control.
I love that.
The commentary. Did Pat say that he ate Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, this guy.
Brilliant.
This guy ate Brock Lesnar. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great.
Yeah, it's the best. I'm
And
so
him
keen.
talking for himself. Like I think you mentioned it a bit ago, Cobra, that like Brock actually being himself and talking for himself.
Yeah.
That's something we've never really seen, and it was fucking awesome. He doesn't even need to say much.
Yeah, like the last time I heard him talk for himself, it was Heath Slater. I don't give a shit about your kids, which is
That's
great.
gold. That's gold. But yeah, he was gonna do the thing to Paul, and Reigns
I
stopped him.
don't want him to lose to Reigns.
Do you think he is?
Yeah.
I can't. I don't know, but I don't want to see this Brock lose ever. So
I like that they're extending it because, like, obviously the Demon came out at the end.
yeah,
I like that they're extending the Brock thing with Balor sort of in between, but
is this going to be the Demon's first loss? He hasn't lost his Demon, right?
no, maybe.
Or has he?
actually. I don't know if he's lost as the Demon. He probably has. I figure, yeah. Oh, actually, I don't know. I can't remember him losing as the Demon.
Neither can I. but
Demon Finn comes across as a bit more campy in the main roster, doesn't it? They really
Yes.
He sticks his tongue out a lot more recently.
Also, they over-explain it. They're like,
Yeah.
what he's doing. The Demon, Finn talks about how he can just access this darker part of his personality, and then suddenly he's covered in paint. They make it sound really dull.
As he's walking down with his fucking sick entrance, they're like, and back, 4 years ago, he first unveiled. You're like, shut up, man. Just shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
it's like
let it
Alistair
happen. Let him
Black.
do
I saw your tweet, Murphs, about how AEW is listening to the audience when people complain about people talking during Malachi Black's entrance the other week. They said the commentator.
So they
shut the fuck
didn't.
up.
Yeah, so they didn't commentate over it today. And also with with Minoru Suzuki's theme music, they cut it off at like the crescendo part. And so they let him do it today, and they actually wrote it into a storyline. Little things like that, I think people really appreciate, because it shows that they actually do give a shit what you think, and that they want to make people happy.
So according to the internet, the
Which is
Demon
always
Persona,
right.
yes, correct. The Demon Persona has only lost once to Samoa Joe in NXT in 2016.
right.
That's a great
So
stat.
never on the main roster has he lost using the Demon.
It's good from you. Good stat from
Hasn't
you.
been Demon much on the main roster.
Yeah, that's true.
Would he have beaten Sister Abigail? That the whole thing that never happened.
Do you think the demon would beat that fucking ridiculous doll that Alexa Bliss gave Charlotte?
Oh my lord!
Whenever I think about a matchup of a wrestler and a doll, I think back to Kenny Omega wrestling a blow-up doll on the Indies.
That's
Brilliant.
a great match too. And he wrestled a little girl as well.
Yep.
Yeah, that was Kenny in his prime, not the wrestling little girls thing. I don't want to.
But we've already had our AEW chat. Thank you.
We have, yes. Nikki Arsehole, big botch in the finish of that Tamina match.
It was.
What was
do you know
that? Was that a ref issue? What was that?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with that whole thing, to be honest. Like, the whole thing fucking sucks. Let's be real. And it sucked from the start. So
yeah, but if anyone hasn't watched it, say, I don't know.
Yeah, please explain.
If you're just Murph's YT fans who just watch fake wrestling on
Fake wrestling.
Fake video game wrestling.
Fake video game wrestling.
Fantasyland bullshit.
Outlaw fantasy bullshit.
Nikki did like a DDT ropey thing to Tamina and got a 3 count, even though Tamina kicked out, and then Tamina was announced as the winner and Tamina's music played. Anyone paying attention? It made no sense.
Kevin Dunn, you silly bugger.
I don't think anyone knew what was going on. All it needed was JR on commentary and it would have been perfect.
Calling her Trish Stratus.
Yeah, something like I was going to say.
Calling her Hurricane Helms.
Like Nikki Bella, at least.
Jungle Girl, Jack Perry. Yep.
We gotta move on, boys,
Yeah,
because we don't have
the wrestling
long in this podcast. Yeah, fuck the
Wrestling
wrestling. What do we got?
Whose yard is this?
You're somewhere in the sunny southern states of the USA. Walking the streets and you walk into a yard. So it's not a massive property. It's, you can see a modest looking house.
Modest, okay.
About 20, 30 metres in the distance.
That's quite a long driveway.
Yeah, fair drive. Yeah, yeah.
Well, you know, they have some money. Anyway, you see...
They've done okay.
They've done okay. So you start walking up towards the house along the driveway. You look to your left and you see a pile of old outlaw mud show bullshit championship belts and some stray bullets lying on the ground. To the right...
Stray bullets.
To your right, you see some ripped up playing cards, broken set of headphones. So, you know, you question all that, but then you're like, this is a fucking weird game anyway, so I'll keep going. And,
I shouldn't be here anyway, so I need to, but I'll carry on.
yeah, I'm trespassing anyway. So, and then further up the driveway, you step through a trail of fish bones, like ankle height wrestling boots and dirty t-shirts with a dragon design on them. And then you see a few meters from the front door, there's a sign and it says, all surgery patients go to the back of the house. And you decide not to go to the back because you want to see who the owner is of the house. So you go to the front door and you notice it's smaller than a regular door, almost as if it was designed for a midget of some kind. Vanilla midget, to be more precise. And then you ring the doorbell and out of the speaker, catches you by surprise. There's a very loud boo!
Murphs,
Yes,
is it Dr. Britt Baker's husband, Adam Cole?
it is Dr. Britt Baker's husband, Adam Cole, baby.
Very good. Ripped up playing cards.
Yeah, I don't know if you've been following Up, Up, Down, Down, but
Definitely not.
yeah, so him, Cesaro, Breeze, and Woods have been playing Uno over over Discord for like the last 2 years, and since he's gone to AEW, he's had to leave. So, yeah,
Really?
That's sad.
That sucks, man. That's bullshit.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's just a timing thing or he's just not going to have time anymore. But
Nah, it's probably not allowed because
It'd be a WWE thing.
and stuff.
yeah, probably.
I'm just watching Brock Lesnar powerbomb Hulk Hogan over and over again. Stop listening.
Peak
So
Lesnar.
good.
I'm glad I got Murph's attention.
Yeah,
Fuck the Hulk Hogan.
I was confused because there was like two. Yeah, it sounded like you were mixing two gimmicks, and I was just, this is too much for me.
I tried to go from the start of his career all the way through. So
Okay, yeah, nice. No, good job. Well prepared.
thank you,
Well
friends.
prepared
I
yard.
like that. Yeah. Yep.
At least it's not recycled, which is good.
Questions without notice.
What's some of the worst wrestling names that you can think of in recent memory?
Dewdrop.
Great balls of fire.
Dewdrop's
as a
fucking
pay-per-view.
up there, isn't it? Dewdrop is fucking probably the correct answer, to be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that when I was writing this.
The objective only correct
Slapjack
answer.
T-bar. Slapjack T-bar. Fucking Bron, whatever his name is.
Von
Bron
Wilder
Breaker.
is the worst one
Bron
lately,
Wilder, Bron
of
Breaker.
the last couple of days, at least. I thought of like
who's-
Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler's a fucking terrible name,
Yeah,
but
that's
it eventually
garbage.
got good.
I don't mind Dolph Ziggler. But
I think-
if he should have had like a 90s action hero gimmick.
Yeah. Well, it was
Dolph
Dirk
Lundgren.
Ziggler, wasn't it? Like that. It was the whole fucking
Ziggler.
thing.
Yeah,
Like,
you can tell. It's
From Boogie
it's
Nights,
skirting on the
yeah.
edges there. Yeah.
Right.
cock. It's always
Anyone
comes
who's
up
had
cock.
their just names removed, who are the worst one?
Knox.
Yeah, Knox
Knox.
doesn't make any sense.
Knox, dumbass. But
That's
she's
so
got a name
shit.
back. I
Even they
hated
realised it was shit.
hated that Riddle lost Matt. That
Nikki
was dumb.
ASH is pretty bad.
Yeah,
guys.
that's fucking
Nikki
shit
ASH
as well.
is bad. Look, man, we could be here all day. There's so many
Yeah,
shit
we've-
names. Next
seriously.
question.
Number two.
question!
If you could trade places with any wrestler, who would it be?
Damian Priest.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to beat WWE champion in 12 to 24 months. Or I'll be released.
Who
knows?
You like a little bit of danger in your life.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I'll have a
Yeah.
job next year.
Charlotte Flair, just so I can get up on Andrade's cock.
Shit.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Andrade's a fucking handsome man.
He's got to be a beautiful lover because they can't communicate.
No, he would. Yeah. I
That's the
feel like
only
he
way
would,
they can communicate.
Yeah.
I feel like he would take care of you, but also
Yeah, for sure.
drive you.
I remember listening to Charlotte's interview with Renee Moxley on her Oral Sessions podcast, and she was saying, "Oh, when we first met, we were just Google translating to communicate.
That's
the whole
amazing.
time. Legit.
That's so good.
yeah.
Now
That's
we don't bother.
amazing.
We don't bother talking. We
They
just
speak,
suck each other
they
off.
speak the language of love and fuck.
And work out.
I would,
Then back to bed.
I would trade. I would
Yeah.
trade with Bo Dallas because Liv Morgan's really great. So,
Okay, yeah. Oh, they as Bo Dallas and Liv Morgan.
yeah, man, he's batty,
Far out,
isn't he?
bro.
Like, holy shit!
Far out.
What a legend!
Is Bo
He's
still
my hero.
employed?
He's pretty
No
cute.
way.
He's a pretty cute guy. Pretty cute looking guy.
He's not employed. He got released.
Nah, he's gone. He's a realtor. He works
He's a realtor.
Yeah, man, it's fucked up.
So he didn't
but
even
anyway.
try to work anywhere else.
Nah, I don't think he gives a shit. He's got Liv Morgan, dude. He's
Just like Jimmy Havoc is a delivery driver now.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's
well,
funny.
that's for other
That
reasons.
suits him though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
He's a fucking pervert, so that's cool.
He has been forced to do that. Yep.
And that's the questions without notice. So thanks for coming, and also for listening.
Sheik tweets.
There's three. The first one's quick fire.
Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, boom.
He says, J-Lo or J-Go, fuck yourself. Hashtag VMAs.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, yep.
That's a nice little crispy for you.
Jennifer Lopez, 50-something years old, still very sexy.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't she? Yep. Okay,
Objectively
next one.
Great. Spot on.
I would trade places with whoever's fucking her.
He said,
Ben Affleck.
Oh,
Used to
yeah.
be
Back
Batman
again.
too, so why not?
Really?
He's
Again?
back.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well done.
Benefa
He's
is back.
back in.
Good on
What a
you.
love story.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
I love it.
Yeah. Cheesecake Factory.
Yep.
It goes from BMAs to the Cheesecake Factory.
This is a month like in between tweets. So Cheesecake Factory, I fucking dare you to bring me a Sprite again. You know the legend didn't order that jabroni. Drink.
I wonder what he wants. Does it say what he actually wanted?
No, it's just don't bring me Sprite. That's it.
You wanted Sprout. It's an Iranian lemonade.
Oh, and last but not least, we're going back a few
Contains
months.
real crack.
And from June 23rd, he says, "Whoever doesn't invest in my new woman's purse gimmick called Camel Clutch is leaving money on the table, Bubba." I'm surprised I didn't.
I'm guessing it's made of camel.
Yeah,
He's a good run there.
So much camel leather going to waste.
I've got a warehouse full.
It's money on the table, Bubba.
I've been thinking. I think about this a lot, mainly because I've had kind of gambling issues. Let's be honest. Know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, and I mean that anything. Every time I think that, the stupid song. Who's that stupid song by?
Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers.
Shit song, horrible song, makes me sick.
But it's got a great
constantly
message.
running through my great message. You do got to know when to fold 'em. That goes for anything in life. Kids, know when to leave your kids if it's just too much.
Or if you've just got to duck into the store for 20 minutes and it's 40 degrees outside, you know that you can leave them for a little bit and then.
Oh no, I lost the keys, or the kids locked. I stepped out of the car and the kids locked the windows.
Why are you holding a
bloody
camel
pricks.
clutch?
What we're saying is you got to know when to kill your kids. That's it, really. That's how we're leaving.
Coming from the only dad on this fucking
the only
podcast.
parents here.
Don't kill your children, please.
Be good to yourselves and your kids by leaving them if you don't love them. Okay, goodbye.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys. Don't kill your kids.
Please don't.
Boss time! Boss time! At last, it's season 2.